Interviewing Roderick Lopez, head trainer.
Here you can see us walking around the gym. See a lot of different things like ropes, a lot of pull-up bars, a lot of squat racks, rings, a lot of colorful different weights. Something very different to the traditional gym. I noticed when I walked in, all the workouts were listed on this board, and next to the workouts was everyone's scores posted. Here we can see Roderick doing some mobilization. He's opening up his back, his hips, getting his muscles all warm for the workout he has ahead of him. So it's proper to get everything warmed up to prevent injury. Here's Roderick hitting some band mobilities, opening up his hip flexors, and he says in CrossFit a lot of squatting movements involved, so it's proper to have those hip flexors open. He's trying to prevent injury and keep the body warm and open and as nimble as possible. Here's Roderick doing a banded purse stretch. It's opening up his lat muscles and his shoulders, get everything stretched out and warmed up. A lot of shoulder overhead movements to get a lot of pressing, and he doesn't want to have any injury to those muscles, so he's getting everything prepared. Here you see Roderick using some resistance bands. He's pulling back at a light resistance. He's opening up his scapular muscles and getting everything warmed up. Most people don't activate the scap muscles, and those are used broadly in all the CrossFit movements. Here we see a basic back squat, just the most foundation movement in CrossFit. He's moving right into a front squat where he's activating his hamstrings, pushing his butt back. He's holding the bar in a front rack position in front of the head, his head in a neutral inline position. Moving into this is an Olympic weightlifting movement called a clean. It's just going ground to shoulder into a full squat. Moving into with shoulder to overhead. This is a push jerk. He's pushing the weight up but getting underneath it and locking out his shoulders. As a version of a split jerk. This is all used in Olympic weightlifting called the clean and jerk. Those are used in correlation. Next we see Roderick lifting the bar from the ground to overhead, which is a snatch movement into a full squat. Very technical movement and hard to learn. One thing I noticed was these rings. Looked very difficult. I guess in a lot of CrossFit they do a lot of gymnastics movements. He's using this is called a ring muscle up to get to the top of the rings. Doing a pull-up variation. He's doing a couple strict pull-ups here. He has a nice hollow position to prevent injury and use all his muscles. Using a kipping pull-up variation here into what is called a bar muscle up, which is going from the bottom, and you're kipping while using that energy to get to the top. This is called a wall ball. This is using the ball, a heavy weighted medicine ball, into a squat. Next we move into a kettlebell swing. It's a weighted kettlebell that you pull from the hip zone into the air straight overhead. This next movement is called a burpee box jump. He's going down to the ground and jumping over a box. This is a variation used very broad in CrossFit. Lastly, we are moving into double unders. This is a jump rope where it passes double under the feet for each jump.